How do you beat loneliness? That's the topic of today's video, and it's actually a really simple fix. You just have to understand why you're feeling lonely, and most likely it's because you're bored. That's it. Most likely it's just because you're bored. Whenever you're out actively doing something or you're working on something, loneliness isn't a thing that's on your mind, is it? This hits whenever it's late at night, you're laying in bed all by yourself, or you're sitting at home and you have nobody else around. You're not socializing, you're not doing anything except maybe doom scrolling and just consuming content mindlessly. That's whenever loneliness hits. So start doing things with intent to better yourself. You can even consume content with intent. Now you can consume content for educational purposes, which can be fun. Sometimes it's not fun. Like if you're being forced, I don't like to be forced to consume content for educational purposes. I just don't like to be forced to do really anything. I'm a free spirit. That's why I'm unemployed. But anyways, if you start doing things with intent, you change that boredom because you're not just a mindless drone anymore. Start working on something. Work on yourself. Loneliness comes from a period of isolation. Periods of isolation should be prime time to level up your character. This is where you have the most time to work on yourself and become the person you've always dreamed of being. So why waste it being sad, being down, scrolling mindlessly, not pursuing any of it? You might complain about where you are in life, but it's unfair. You're doing an unfair service to yourself because you're not trying to change. It's a really simple fix. And when you start thinking about it like that, it does change. Now, does it go away? In my experience, no, because I still get bored. It's hard to stay busy 24/7. But if you're busy throughout the day and you wear yourself out through the day, give yourself something to be proud about. Whenever you go to bed at night, that feeling of loneliness does not hit as hard as it did before. And also, stop allowing people in your life just because you're lonely. Just because you want somebody to talk to doesn't mean that that person is good to talk to. And that's something that I find myself doing a lot of times throughout life, is I've let people into my life that didn't even have the best intentions for me simply because I was lonely. I just wanted to socialize with somebody. I was like that throughout school. I was like that throughout work. And it's a really hard thing to change, but I started thinking about, what are these people doing for me? How do these people benefit me? Like, you got to realize you don't have time for negative people in your life. I'm talking about people that do nothing but bring you down. Now, even negative people can do some good for you here and there, but as a permanent friend, this is not what you want. That's not a friend. For example, have you ever been friends with somebody that say, if we pick on you, that means we like you? Like, have you ever been in a friend group like that? Well, I have. Oftentimes at work, with the old heads at work and shit, that's what they'll tell you. And there is truth to that. But that doesn't mean that it's good. It doesn't mean that you should just sit there and let them cuck you. That's an example of a negative person. Like, if you have to go in and deal with some bullshit every day at work, it starts to get draining. And you're like, okay, like, even on my bad days, I still have to come in here and listen to this 70-year-old man telling me about how he wants to pipe my girlfriend, which actually did happen quite a bit. But anyways, cutting those people out is extremely important. And it might not be the exact same situation as I just talked about there. There's plenty of different ways that a negative person can be inside your life. It's better to have nobody than negative people. I promise you, it really is. Once you start becoming the priority of your life, things are gonna go up faster than you could even imagine. You're gonna start leveling up left and right, dude. It's like double XP. It's a cheat code. It really is. So whenever you turn loneliness or that period of isolation into a time to actually better yourself, it goes out the window, bro. Almost completely. Start doing things with intent, work on yourself, and make your life better. That's all I got. It's a pretty short video. Damn near all of these videos are pretty short. If you guys have any topics or ideas on stuff that you want me to talk about, or if you want me to make the videos longer, just like let me know. Give me some ideas, because I've never made a channel like this. Like I said in all the other videos, I do have another channel. If you guys are interested in that, it's linked in the description or in the bio. It's linked somewhere. Don't worry about it. But anyways, that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.